2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Liam Eichenberg.
Liam Eichenberg is the pick to Miami, and welcome to this live stream, another live episode of Langer at the Mic. Montreal Canadiens are trailing 1-0 through Winnipeg Jets after a very hard-fought first period. Same thing that we've seen all year. But what I am more concerned about is that the Dallas Cowboys, at least right now, because there are 3 nights of the NFL draft a year, but the Habs play 56 games this year, 82 games in regular season. But so we're at round 2, pick 42. The Dolphins just chose tackle Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame. And so going back to the Micah Parsons pick last night, obviously I'll be tuning up my live reaction to the Dallas Cowboys pick when they pick in 2 more spots. Well, the Las Vegas Raiders are currently on the clock and the Cowboys are scheduled to pick next. But yeah, just honestly, that Surtain getting picked by the Broncos, JC Horn and Patrick Surtain going 8 and 9 was literally a kick in the nuts. It was a kick in the nuts because I kept it cool on the stream yesterday while going live, I guess. But man, after that, for the rest of the first round, I was not happy. I was just I was just not feeling good. And yeah, just to me, it's like you look back at 2020 or the 2020 season, and if Vic Fangio doesn't call a timeout when the Raiders are scrambling to get their 4th and 2 play in, then, maybe they or the Broncos would be picking 10, the Cowboys would be picking 9. And when and if also the Cowboys lose in week 2 to the Falcons instead of coming back miraculously, then they would also be in the top 10. But anyway, more importantly, that was just outside of the Cowboys' control, really. And whatever that is, what it is. And but to me, what sucks more is that I would have rather Rashawn Slater over Micah Parsons. And honestly, just to me, I feel like with Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith, I'd want to see what they can do with a good defensive line in front of them before trying to replace them. And yes, Leighton Vander Esch, you got to decide on his 5th-year option, which they're likely going to decline now. And with Jalen Smith, he's under contract long-term, and the Cowboys will likely try to get out of it as soon as they can, which would probably be after the 2022 season or the 2021 season, I believe. But at least they have bodies at linebacker. Plus, they signed Keanu Neal, and they're going to play him they're saying that they're going to play him at the will linebacker spot. So to me, it's either you're going to have to rotate these guys in and out, which is okay if they find a way to do it, I guess, especially with Micah Parsons, the potential that he has and the athleticism that he has. It's all about upside. It's all about potential for him, but just 2 years at the linebacker spot and with the character concerns, and with the fact that the Cowboys need a change in culture for their defense, I still don't like the pick. I really don't. And again, Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to go to Denver and Carolina. So it's either Carolina, have fun with Sam Darnold and seeing what he can become. And then if he has a good year, you have to pay him a boatload of money because he has 1 year left in his contract. And with Denver, if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, well, good luck with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater, and have fun with Patrick Surtain on the outside. So whatever, look, it is what it is. And yeah, just look, the Cowboys today, I'm hoping corner, Tyson Campbell went at 33 overall to the Jaguars. Although I really like Melifonwu. A couple of other guys, if I pull up my notes over here, it was Kelvin Joseph, of course. There's a Paulson Adebo would be a good pick, but I might be a little bit early for him. I would say Ifeatu Melifonwu would be one of my favorite guys to pick right now. Elijah Molden, Cowboys have been linked to Elijah Molden a lot. Of Asante Samuel Jr. also would be okay, I guess, but not as ideal as the 2 corners that went yesterday. Obviously, Trevon Merrick is still there unless the Raiders decide to pick him, but the Raiders are just really good at reaching for players. So although I hope they don't grab one of the guys that I want for the Cowboys later on, like Aleem McNeil. Aleem McNeil, defensive tackle, one technique is my pet cat for this day 2. And I really hope the Cowboys do the right thing and pick him, because that's the type of guy I'm talking about where, okay, once you have a guy like Aleem McNeil, a run-stopping one tech to pair with DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory and Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill, you have a better defensive line, you'd like to think. And now you get to really see, okay, are Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch worth it at linebacker? But now you have Micah Parsons, so it's like you're not really going to see that because you're going to try to give Micah Parsons snaps. So look, it is what it is. I'm going to support him. I'm going to hope for the best for Micah Parsons. I'm going to hope he becomes that Bobby Wagner type of guy or Luke Kuechly. But here, one sec.
The 49ers have traded the 43rd pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. With the 43rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Trayvon Merrick, defensive back.
So there goes a guy that the Cowboys could have had. But you know what? Honestly, with what they have at safety right now between Keanu Neal and DeMonte Kazee, even though DeMonte Kazee is on a very replaceable contract right now, and also and with Donovan Wilson, it's a need. But to me, I'm more anxious about corner because at least you have bodies, you have capable bodies that have started games and played well at safety right now. The issue is, can they stay healthy? Obviously, and that's a valid concern. And that's why, but to me, there will be also safeties that you can take a swing on later in the third round. Guys like Ardarius Washington, guys like Johnson. The safety. What was it again? It was I have to do my pull up my board here. Yeah, Andre Sisco would be okay for pick 99. It was Javon Holland went, of course, or even Richie Grant would be cool. I mean, I feel like Richie Grant could be a decent pick here, but again, I would honestly prefer corner. I would really prefer corner. Who's the other guy I was thinking of? It was Jamar Johnson, I think. Yeah, Jamar Johnson. Why can't I find him on my board though? But anyways, Cowboys on the clock right now. Hurts that they lost Merrick. There was also reports by James Slater that they were going to go down. That had they traded down to the 20s, that he could have been a target. Trevon Merrick would have been. And but you know what? I don't hate the fact that he's going to the Raiders because that again just forces the Cowboys to more than likely take a corner. And one guy who's still on the board that I really, really like, and honestly, who I like more than Micah Parsons, not necessarily because he has better upside, but because I think he's a better player, is Nick Bolton. I really like Nick Bolton, the linebacker out of Missouri. Just like his leadership and character. Oh, Cowboys pick is in. Here comes Drew Pearson, Hall of Fame gold jacket Drew Pearson with the Cowboys pick. So yeah, let's see where the Cowboys go. I'm hoping for corner.
Thank you. I am honored to be here to represent the Dallas Cowboys and have this opportunity to announce the 44th pick in the second round. I'm also honored to be here in Cleveland, Ohio, home of one of the all-time greatest franchises in NFL football history. And I stand here tonight on the shoulders of many great Cleveland Brown football players like Jim Brown, Leroy Kelly, Bobby Mitchell, Gene Hickerson,
love Drew Pearson,
John Woolley, Gary Collins, Dr. Frank Ryan, and the great number 42, Paul Warfield.
Love Drew Pearson, man.
As a kid growing up, the Cleveland Browns were one of my favorite franchises for every team that I supported. However, on behalf of the five-time world champion Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Fame owner Mr. Jerry Jones, Miss Jean Jones and the Jones family, head coach Mike McCarthy, all of those players that played before me, with me, and after me, and of course, the Cowboy Nation, with the second pick in the 44th pick in the second round, the Dallas Cowboys select defensive back from Kentucky, Kelvin Joseph.
Ooh, Bossman Fat. You know what? They picked. You know they went with the questionable character pick in Micah Parsons and Kelvin Joseph. Character concerns as well, but you know what? I don't hate it. I like it. They had to get a corner here. I personally would have preferred Melifonwu. I feed him Melifanu, but Kelvin Joseph, Bossman Fat, bring it on. Just because, again, the difference to me between Micah Parsons at 12 and Kelvin Joseph here at 44 is the fact that just Kelvin Joseph addresses a need, and the value of corner in the second round is better than the value of linebacker in the first round. So again, I would have preferred Melifonwu, but you know what? Because I feel like Melifonwu is a bit more of a fit for the cover 3, dropping back, tall, lengthy corner. But Kelvin Joseph, man, he'll be all right. I'm okay with that. So look, honestly, I'm gonna come back on for the third round for the Cowboys picks at 75. I want to say 84 and 98 or 99. And yeah, so thank you for tuning into this live reaction of the Cowboys taking Kelvin Joseph, and I'll be right back in round 3. And of course, I will post my reaction to the Habs game later tonight. Obviously, they're losing 1-0 to the Jets. Last I saw, they're in the second period right now. But yeah, thank you for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in a bit.